Ever felt that nagging feeling, that little voice whispering, something's not quite right? That uneasy suspicion about the history books, the stories passed down through generations. You know, the ones we all learned in school. The ones we just accepted. Well, buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you might just shake your world. Forget everything you think you know. Forget those neatly packaged timelines, those perfectly chronological narratives. Because a discovery has been made. A discovery so profound, so utterly unexpected, that it's forcing us to question absolutely everything. We've all been taught history, haven't we? We've learned about empires rising and falling, about great battles and revolutionary inventions. We've memorized dates, names, and events, building a mental picture of the past based on what we've been told. But what if that picture is wrong? What if the entire canvas is flawed? Imagine you're building a house. You lay the foundation, brick by painstaking brick, following the architect's plans. You're confident, you're meticulous. But what if the architect's plans are incorrect? What if the very foundation is unstable? The whole structure crumbles, doesn't it? That's what's happening to our understanding of history. This isn't just a minor correction, this is a complete overhaul. This isn't about a forgotten battle or a misplaced date. This is about the core principles, the fundamental assumptions upon which our entire understanding of the past rests. It's about the very fabric of human civilization. Think about it, everything you learned, everything you believe you know, might be inaccurate. Perhaps even completely false. For generations, we've accepted the stories handed down to us. We've built our understanding of the world on a foundation of accepted facts, piecing together the fragments of the past into a seemingly coherent narrative. But what happens when a single, seemingly insignificant piece of evidence throws the entire picture into disarray? Think of it like a jigsaw puzzle. You've spent hours meticulously piecing together the image, carefully matching the edges, creating a beautiful, complete picture. Then, you find a single piece that doesn't fit. It's a completely different color, a different shape, a different everything. And suddenly, you realize that the whole puzzle is wrong. The entire image you painstakingly built is based on a false premise. That's the situation we are in now. This discovery isn't just a minor adjustment to the existing narrative, it's a complete paradigm shift. It forces us to reconsider not just specific events, but the very frameworks we use to understand the past. It challenges everything we thought we knew. And that, my friends, is truly terrifying and exhilarating. Because the truth, however unsettling, is always worth discovering. And this is just the beginning. Ever wondered how history books get written? I mean, really wondered. Not just the dry facts and dates, but the story itself. The narrative. For centuries, we've accepted a certain version of the past, haven't we? A neatly packaged, almost sanitized version. A story that's been told and retold, passed down through generations, shaping our understanding of who we are and where we come from. Think about it. We learn about ancient civilizations, powerful empires, heroic figures. We are taught about wars and revolutions, about progress and decline. These narratives, these stories, they become ingrained in our minds, shaping our worldviews, influencing our perspectives. But what if those stories are incomplete? What if they are only part of the truth? For centuries, a specific historical narrative has reigned supreme. A narrative carefully constructed, often by those in power, those with the resources to control the story. It's a narrative that often glorifies certain actions, minimizes others, and conveniently omits inconvenient truths. Think of the victors writing history, a classic example. The winners get to dictate the narrative, shaping the story to their advantage, ensuring their actions are portrayed in the most favorable light. The losers. Well, their story often gets lost, relegated to footnotes, or even erased entirely. This isn't to say every historical account is a deliberate lie. But even seemingly objective historical accounts are filtered through the lens of the time period in which they were written. The biases, the perspectives, the very language used, all of these contribute to a particular narrative. And for centuries, that narrative has been remarkably consistent. Certain events have been emphasized, others downplayed. Certain figures have been celebrated as heroes, others demonized as villains. This carefully curated narrative has shaped our understanding of everything from political systems to social structures, from technological advancements to cultural exchanges. It's influenced our beliefs, our values, even our sense of identity. It's provided a framework, a foundation upon which we've built our understanding of the world. But what happens when that foundation cracks? Imagine a grand, imposing building, constructed over centuries. Its architecture is magnificent, its history rich and complex. But beneath the surface, hidden from view, are structural weaknesses, flaws in the foundation. For centuries, these flaws have been hidden, ignored, perhaps even deliberately concealed. But now, a tremor runs through the earth, and a crack appears. The facade begins to crumble, revealing the underlying instability. That's what's happening to our understanding of history. This isn't about minor corrections or insignificant details. It's about the very foundation upon which our understanding of the past rests. For centuries, we've accepted a single, dominant narrative, a story that has shaped our perceptions, our beliefs, and our understanding of the world. But that narrative, it seems, is far more complex, far more nuanced, and far more incomplete than we ever imagined. And that, my friends, is where the real story begins. Okay, so we've talked about the comfy, familiar history we all learned, right? The one that feels safe. The one that neatly organizes everything into a timeline that makes sense. But what if that timeline is a lie? A carefully constructed narrative built on assumptions, perhaps even deliberate omissions. Because that's exactly what we are facing. A seismic shift. A complete rewriting of the story. And it all started with a dig. A seemingly ordinary archaeological expedition in the remote highlands of Peru, near the ancient city of, let's just call it X. We can't reveal the exact location yet. Security reasons. You'll understand. For years, this area has been considered relatively uninteresting. A minor outpost, a footnote in the grand narrative of Incan civilization. Just another dot on the map. Nothing special. Just another dusty, forgotten corner of the world. But something amazing was hiding beneath that dust. Something that shatters everything we thought we knew. The team, led by Dr. Elena Ramirez, a brilliant but fiercely private archaeologist, stumbled upon something completely unexpected. It wasn't a crumbling temple or a collection of pottery shards. Oh no. This was different. Much, much different. They uncovered a vast underground complex. A network of tunnels and chambers, exquisitely carved from solid rock, extending far deeper than anyone could have imagined. And that's just the beginning. Imagine this, you're excavating, carefully brushing away centuries of dirt and debris, expecting to find the usual artifacts of a forgotten village. Instead, you uncover a perfectly preserved doorway, intricately carved with symbols unlike anything ever seen before. A doorway leading to a labyrinth of tunnels, illuminated only by the beams of your headlamps. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and something else, something ancient, something almost ethereal. And inside these tunnels. More than just tunnels. It's a city. An entire city hidden beneath the earth. A city of unimaginable scale and complexity. A city built with a level of engineering prowess that simply shouldn't be possible. Not according to our current understanding of history. Not according to the timeline we've all been taught. The sheer scale of this discovery is breathtaking. We are talking about hundreds of chambers, miles of tunnels, a sophisticated system of ventilation and drainage. And the artifacts, the artifacts. They are unlike anything found anywhere else in the Americas. Intricate metalwork, advanced astronomical instruments, and this is where it gets really mind-bending. A system of writing unlike any other known script. A completely unique language, a completely unknown civilization. These aren't just a few scattered remnants. This is a fully functioning city, a complex society, existing at a time when we believe the region was, well, much less developed. It's a level of sophistication that challenges everything we thought we knew about the pre-Columbian Americas. About the timeline of human development in this part of the world. About the very origins of civilization itself. This is not a minor correction to the history books. This is a complete rewrite. A radical reevaluation of everything we thought we knew about the past. Think about the implications. Our understanding of societal development, technological advancements, cultural exchange, everything is thrown into question. Everything we thought we knew about the history of the Americas, it's all being challenged. And this is only the beginning. They've only scratched the surface. There's so much more to uncover. So much more to learn. The story is far from over. Ever seen something so strange, so utterly unlike anything you've ever encountered, that it makes your head spin? That's exactly how the team felt when they unearthed it. Forget hieroglyphs, forget cuneiform, forget even the Rosetta Stone. This was something else entirely. Something that rewrites the rules. We are talking about a completely new writing system. Not just a few cryptic symbols, but a fully developed script, etched onto plates of a strange, almost metallic alloy. Thousands of these plates, meticulously arranged, forming what appears to be a vast library of knowledge, hidden beneath the earth for millennia. Imagine the sheer volume of information contained within. Decades of work, centuries, maybe even millennia, of painstaking research just to begin to understand it. These plates, they weren't just tossed in a pit. They were carefully organized, stacked in neat rows, protected by intricate interlocking mechanisms. This wasn't some accidental burial, this was a deliberate act, a conscious decision to safeguard this knowledge for an unknown purpose. Why? Who did this? And what secrets did they intend to preserve? The script itself is unlike anything ever seen before. Forget linear progression, forget alphabetical order. This script is organic. The symbols are fluid, almost alive, resembling intricate patterns of swirling vines or celestial constellations. They are not just marks on a surface, they are complex, interwoven designs, suggesting a deep understanding of mathematics, astronomy, or perhaps even something beyond our current comprehension. Some symbols repeat, forming recognizable patterns, hints of a grammar, a syntax. But others remain enigmatic, defying all attempt at decipherment. Think of it, an entire civilization, a sophisticated society, with a complex written language, existing at a time when we believed such advancements were impossible in that region. A language that has remained completely hidden, completely unknown until now. This isn't just a few stray carvings on a cave wall, this is a vast, coherent body of writing, hinting at a level of literacy, a level of intellectual achievement, that fundamentally challenges our understanding of the past. The material itself is also baffling. The plates aren't made of clay, stone, or even bone. They are composed of a metal unlike any known alloy. It's lightweight yet incredibly durable, resistant to corrosion, and possessing a strange, almost luminescent quality. Initial analysis suggests a composition of elements not found in naturally occurring ores, hinting at advanced metallurgical techniques far beyond our understanding of the time period. This isn't just writing, it's advanced material science, embedded in a completely unknown script. And it's not just the symbols themselves that are intriguing. The plates are often adorned with detailed illustrations, intricate depictions of beings and objects that challenge our understanding of biology, astronomy, and even physics. Some seem to depict technology so advanced, so far beyond our own capabilities, that they border on the fantastical. Are these accurate representations of actual technologies, or are they something else entirely? Symbolic representations of abstract concepts. Or perhaps, something else. Imagine the possibilities. Imagine the stories, the histories, the knowledge locked within these enigmatic symbols. Imagine the insights into a civilization we never knew existed, a civilization that may have possessed knowledge and technologies far beyond anything we can currently imagine. The implications are staggering. It's a linguistic Pandora's box, promising to unlock secrets that could redefine our understanding of human history, of technological advancement, and perhaps even of the universe itself. The puzzle has only just begun. Okay, so we've got this underground city, right? A mind-blowing discovery in itself. But the stuff they found inside, that's where things get truly bizarre. We've talked about the writing, the strange metal plates, but the details, the sheer uniqueness of it all, that's what's really blowing experts away. Because this isn't just some slightly different variation on known styles. This is alien. In the truest sense of the word. Let's start with the material itself. We are talking about these plates, remember? Thousands of them. Perfectly preserved, intricately inscribed. But the metal. It's unlike anything ever analyzed before. We're not talking about a new alloy, a slightly different blend of known elements. We are talking about a composition that defies our current understanding of metallurgy. Some elements present are so rare, so trace, that their presence alone is a mystery. It's like they used a recipe from another planet. And the purity, the consistency, it's almost impossible to replicate with our current technology. Then there's the writing. Forget about simple symbols. These are complex, interlocking designs, like miniature works of art. They are not just random scribbles, they are precise, deliberate, and incredibly sophisticated. Imagine the level of skill required to etch these intricate patterns onto such a durable, unforgiving material. We are talking about precision that would make a modern microchip designer jealous. And the symbols themselves. They are not linear, not alphabetical, not even pictographic in the traditional sense. They are fractal. They seem to contain within themselves smaller versions of themselves, almost like a never-ending pattern. It's like looking into a kaleidoscope, each turn revealing a new layer of complexity. And the illustrations. Oh, the illustrations. These aren't simple depictions of everyday life. These are incredibly detailed representations of things we can't even fully grasp. Some seem to depict advanced astronomical phenomena, celestial events that we've only theorized about. Others depict beings that are, well, let's just say they don't fit into our current understanding of biology. We are talking about anatomical structures, biological processes, that are completely outside the realm of anything we've ever encountered. It's like they were observing, recording, a completely different branch of life. A branch that's, well, unknown. The sheer level of detail is astonishing. The artisanship is breathtaking. Every curve, every line, every intricate detail is perfectly executed. It's as if these plates were created not by human hands, but by some kind of incredibly precise, highly advanced machine. The uniformity is unsettling. There's no variation in style, no individual quirks, no sign of human error. It's as if they were mass-produced, not by a factory, but by something else. Something beyond our comprehension. And the sheer quantity of it all. Thousands of these plates, meticulously arranged, forming a library of knowledge unlike anything ever discovered. It's not just a few scattered fragments, it's a vast, coherent body of work, hinting at a level of cultural and intellectual achievement that completely rewrites our understanding of human history. It's not just about the materials, or the writing, or even the illustrations. It's the combination of these elements, the sheer uniqueness of it all, that's so profoundly unsettling. It's as if this civilization possessed a level of technological and artistic sophistication far beyond anything we've ever imagined, and they achieved it differently. They thought differently. They saw differently. They created differently. And their legacy, hidden beneath the earth for millennia, is now forcing us to confront the limitations of our own understanding, the incompleteness of our own narratives. This isn't just a new chapter in history, it's a whole new book. And we are only just beginning to read it. Ever built a Lego castle? Started with simple blocks, right? Then added towers, battlements, maybe even a drawbridge. You follow the instructions, piece by painstaking piece, building something impressive, but ultimately, predictable. Now imagine finding a Lego castle, but it's made of materials we don't recognize, with architectural techniques far beyond anything we understand, and it's older than any known civilization. That's the kind of mind-blowing complexity we're dealing with here. The initial analysis of the artifact from that hidden city, it's not just about a few clever tools or some unusually well-crafted pottery. This is a whole different level. We are talking about a level of sophistication that simply shouldn't exist, based on everything we thought we knew about that time period. It's like finding a supercomputer in a Neanderthal cave. It's that jarring, that unexpected. Let's talk about the metalwork. Forget crude bronze tools. These artifacts are crafted from alloys with an almost impossible level of purity. The precision is astounding. We are talking about tolerances so fine, they rival modern machining techniques. The intricacy of the designs, the seamless joining of different metals, it's breathtaking. Some of the pieces are so delicate, so finely detailed, that they almost seem impossible to have been created by hand. Were they? Or is there something else at play here? Something we haven't even considered. And it's not just the metalwork. The astronomical instruments found within the city are equally baffling. We're not talking about simple sundials or crude star charts. These devices are incredibly sophisticated, exhibiting an understanding of celestial mechanics far beyond what was previously thought possible for that era. Some of the instruments appear to predict eclipses with uncanny accuracy, suggesting a detailed understanding of planetary movement and gravitational forces. It's like they had a telescope, a supercomputer, and an advanced understanding of physics thousands of years before we did. Then there are the tools. The precision engineering displayed in the tools themselves is staggering. Tiny gears, perfectly formed screws, intricate mechanisms, all crafted with a level of skill that surpasses anything we've ever seen from that time period. Think about it, the tools themselves suggest a level of technological advancement that far surpasses the artifacts they were used to create. It's like discovering a modern-day assembly line in a Bronze Age village. It simply doesn't fit the narrative. It defies logic. But the most astonishing aspect is the sheer consistency of this advanced craftsmanship. It's not just one or two exceptional pieces, it's thousands of artifacts, all exhibiting the same level of extraordinary skill and precision. This wasn't a fluke, a one-off genius. This was a widespread, systemic mastery of advanced techniques, suggesting a highly organized society, a culture with a profound understanding of engineering, metallurgy, astronomy, and mathematics. A culture that, according to our current understanding of history, simply shouldn't exist. The initial analysis is far from complete, of course. But even the preliminary findings are enough to challenge our most fundamental assumptions about the capabilities of ancient civilizations. It's forcing us to rethink everything we thought we knew about the development of technology, the evolution of societies, and the very timeline of human history. This isn't just a minor correction, this is a complete paradigm shift. It's a revolution in our understanding of the past. We're not just looking at a few misplaced dates or a few forgotten battles. We are looking at a civilization that completely rewrites the rules. A civilization that challenges everything. And the most amazing thing, we are only just beginning to scratch the surface. There is so much more to discover, so much more to learn. And that, my friends, is truly exhilarating. Ever felt like you're standing on the edge of a cliff, looking into an abyss of the unknown? That's how many leading experts feel right now. This isn't about a minor adjustment to a historical footnote, this is about the entire cliff potentially crumbling. We are talking about a complete rewrite of what we thought we knew about the past. The discovery in Peru, it's not just about a lost city or a new alphabet. It's about the implications. The sheer, mind-boggling implications that have sent shockwaves through the academic world. Leading archaeologists, historians, linguists, they're all speechless. They are staring at this evidence, scratching their heads, and muttering things like, this isn't possible. You see, everything we've been taught about the development of civilization in the Americas, it's all based on a certain timeline. A timeline built on decades, centuries even, of painstaking research and careful analysis. A timeline that's, well, now looking incredibly shaky. This new evidence throws everything into disarray. Imagine you're building a house of cards. You've spent hours carefully constructing it, layer upon layer, creating a magnificent structure. Then, bam! Someone comes along and adds a single, seemingly insignificant card that throws the whole thing into chaos. The entire structure collapses. That's what's happening here. This single discovery threatens to topple the entire house of cards we've built our understanding of history upon. The level of sophistication in the artifacts, the metallurgy, the astronomical instruments, the writing system, it's far beyond anything we'd expect for that time period. It's like finding a fully functioning smartphone in a dinosaur nest. It just doesn't fit. It completely upends our understanding of technological advancement, societal development, and even the very origins of civilization in the Americas. The experts are baffled, not just because of the technology, but because of the sheer volume of evidence. It's not just a few stray artifacts, it's an entire city, a vast complex, filled with thousands of incredibly sophisticated objects. This wasn't some isolated genius, this was a whole civilization, operating at a level we previously considered impossible. The implications are far-reaching, extending beyond the Americas. If this level of technological advancement existed in this region so long ago, what else have we missed? What other lost civilizations are out there, waiting to be discovered? Could this discovery rewrite not just the history of the Americas, but the history of the entire world? Some experts are already suggesting a complete re-evaluation of established timelines. They are questioning the very foundations of our historical narratives. They are saying that we may have to completely rethink our understanding of the pace of human development, the diffusion of technology, and the very nature of societal progress. We may have to go back to the drawing board and start over. It's not just a matter of adjusting a few dates or rewriting a few chapters. We are talking about a fundamental shift in our understanding of the past. A shift so profound, so transformative, that it's forcing us to question everything we thought we knew. It's not just a new discovery, it's a new paradigm. A new way of looking at the past, present, and future of humanity. It's a challenge to everything we thought we knew about human potential, about the limits of human ingenuity, and about the boundless capacity of our species to surprise, to innovate, and to create things that defy our wildest imaginations. It's a challenge that we must embrace. And the most exciting part: we are only at the beginning. The experts are still deciphering the script, analyzing the artifacts, piecing together the fragments of this lost civilization. Each new discovery brings us closer to a truth that is both breathtaking and terrifying. It's a truth that will change everything. The very foundations of our understanding of history are shaking, and no one can predict where they will settle. So, we've got this incredible city, right? A lost civilization, advanced technology, a completely unknown script. Sounds like a wild sci-fi movie, doesn't it? But it's real. And that's where things get even crazier. Because all this mind-blowing stuff, it's not some recent hoax or a cleverly staged archaeological prank. It's actually really, really old. Now, you might be thinking, okay, so it's old. Big deal. Ancient artifacts are found all the time. And you'd be right. But this is different. This isn't about a few pottery shards or a rusty sword. This is about an entire city, a complex society, a level of technological advancement that completely rewrites our understanding of the past. And knowing how old it is. That's the key. That's the game changer. How do we know how old something is? Well, there's a few ways. We can look at the style of the artifacts, compare them to other known objects, try to place them within a broader historical context. But those methods are imprecise. They're estimations, educated guesses, not hard facts. They're like trying to figure out someone's age by looking at their clothes. You can get a general idea, but you won't be certain. That's where carbon dating comes in. It's like a superpowered clock, ticking away since the beginning of time. Carbon-14, a radioactive isotope of carbon, is absorbed by living organisms. When they die, the carbon-14 starts to decay at a known rate. By measuring the amount of carbon-14 remaining in an organic sample, scientists can determine how long ago it died. It's like a scientific time machine, allowing us to peer back into the distant past. But carbon dating isn't a magic bullet. It has limitations. It's not always accurate, and it only works on organic materials, like wood, bone, and plant fibers. But in this case, the team found plenty of organic material within the city. Wood from the structures, textiles from clothing, even remnants of food. They collected numerous samples, carefully documented them, and sent them off to multiple independent labs for analysis. They wanted to be absolutely certain. They wanted to leave no room for doubt. And the results? They were stunning. Multiple tests, using different techniques and different labs, all yielded remarkably consistent results. The carbon dating, combined with other scientific methods, such as thermoluminescence dating, measuring the energy stored in minerals exposed to heat, and stratigraphic analysis, examining the layers of sediment, painted a clear picture. This city, this lost civilization, is incredibly old. Much older than previously thought possible for that region. The dates place the artifact firmly within a previously understood historical context, but that context is now shattered. The city wasn't built yesterday, or last year, or even last century. We are talking about millennia. Thousands of years. And that's the point. It's not just that the city is old, it's that its age, scientifically confirmed, directly contradicts the established narrative. It doesn't fit the timeline. It doesn't fit the story we've been told. It forces us to rethink everything. Imagine the implications. We've built our understanding of human history on a foundation of accepted facts, a carefully constructed timeline of progress and development. But this discovery introduces a massive crack in that foundation, a gaping chasm that throws the entire structure into question. This isn't just a minor adjustment, it's a complete re-evaluation. A paradigm shift. The scientific data is undeniable. The carbon dating, the thermoluminescence analysis, the stratigraphic evidence, it all points to one inescapable conclusion: this civilization existed, thrived, and mysteriously vanished, far earlier than our current historical models allow. The sheer age of this city, scientifically verified, is the most powerful argument for a complete rewrite of history. It's not a matter of speculation anymore. It's a matter of established scientific fact. And that, my friends, is a truly terrifying and exhilarating prospect. The past is not what we thought it was. And the truth is far stranger than fiction. Okay, so we've got this ancient city, right? Advanced technology, a baffling new script. We are already rewriting history, but it's about to get a whole lot wilder. Because this isn't just about tweaking a few dates or adding a forgotten civilization to the timeline. This discovery, this changes everything we thought we knew about how societies actually develop. We've always assumed a certain trajectory, haven't we? A linear progression from hunter-gatherer societies to agriculture, then villages, then cities, then empires. It's a neat, orderly story, a comforting narrative of steady progress. But what if that narrative is wrong? What if the whole thing is based on flawed assumptions? This isn't about a single missing link in the chain of human evolution. This is about the entire chain being broken, reassembled, reimagined. Because this hidden city, with its unbelievably advanced technology, existed thousands of years earlier than our models predicted. That means everything we thought we knew about the pace of societal development is potentially, utterly false. Think about it, we build our understanding of history on the assumption that technological advancement drives societal progress. More advanced tools lead to more efficient agriculture, which leads to larger settlements, more complex social structures, and eventually, civilizations. But what if it wasn't that simple? What if societies developed in radically different ways, at vastly different paces, than we ever imagined? This discovery throws a massive wrench in that machine. We've always assumed that certain technologies appeared in a specific order: agriculture before cities, writing before complex political systems, metalworking before advanced engineering. But this city, it's a complete anomaly. It seems to have skipped several steps, leaped over stages of development that we considered essential. Imagine a child learning to ride a bike. We typically expect them to learn to balance first, then pedal, then steer. They progress step by step, mastering each skill before moving on to the next. But what if, suddenly, a child who's never even touched a bike before, jumps on and rides perfectly? That's the kind of shock this discovery represents. It's a child riding a bike before they even know how to walk. This city challenges the very idea of a linear progression. It suggests that technological leaps can happen independently, at different times, in different places, and without the need for a gradual, incremental build-up. It implies that there might be multiple pathways to societal complexity, multiple models of development that we haven't even considered. Consider our understanding of agriculture. We've always assumed that it was a gradual process, starting with simple cultivation, then evolving into more sophisticated techniques. But what if this city mastered advanced engineering and metallurgy before developing large-scale agriculture? What if their societal structure was based on something entirely different, something we can't even comprehend with our current frameworks? The implications for our understanding of urban development are equally profound. We've always considered cities to be the result of a gradual accumulation of population and resources. But this city, with its intricate infrastructure and sophisticated technology, suggests that urban centers could emerge far more rapidly than we previously believed. This isn't just about correcting historical details. This is about questioning the fundamental assumptions that underpin our entire understanding of human history. It's about challenging the very models we use to interpret the past, the frameworks we rely on to make sense of the development of human societies. It forces us to consider alternative scenarios, to explore new possibilities. Perhaps societal development isn't a linear progression at all. Perhaps it's a complex, branching network, with multiple pathways leading to different outcomes. Perhaps there are civilizations out there, lost to time, that developed in ways we can't even begin to imagine. This discovery isn't just unsettling, it's liberating. It opens up a vast new landscape of possibilities, challenges our preconceived notions, and invites us to rethink everything we thought we knew about the human journey. It's a call to adventure, a beckoning into the unknown, a thrilling invitation to explore the uncharted territories of our past. And the journey, my friends, has only just begun. Ever wondered where it all began? I mean, really began. Not just the stories we learned in school about farming popping up here and there, but the actual, undeniable origins of civilization itself. We've always had this neat, tidy timeline, haven't we? Agriculture first, then cities, then writing, then, well, everything else. A nice, clean progression, a clear path from simple beginnings to complex societies. But what if that path was wrong? What if the whole map was drawn backwards? This discovery in Peru, this hidden city, it's blowing that whole narrative out of the water. Because what we're looking at here isn't just a slightly earlier city, it's a civilization that seemingly skipped several steps, that jumped ahead in ways we can barely comprehend. And that's forcing us to completely rethink where everything started. Let's talk about technology. We've always thought technological advancement was this gradual process, right? A slow climb up a ladder, with each rung representing a new invention, a new technique. First, simple stone tools, then bronze, then iron. But this city. It's like finding a fully functioning jet engine in a pile of dinosaur bones. The level of metallurgy, the precision engineering, the sheer sophistication of their tools, it's astonishing. It's so advanced, so far beyond what we'd expect for the time period, that it completely challenges our understanding of how technology develops. Think about it, we assumed that complex metalworking required a long period of development, a gradual accumulation of knowledge and skill. But this city seems to have mastered incredibly intricate techniques seemingly overnight. They weren't slowly refining their methods over centuries, they were already at a pinnacle of technological achievement when they appeared on the scene. Where did they learn this? Who taught them? And how did they acquire this knowledge so quickly, so seemingly effortlessly? The answer isn't in a gradual progression of Bronze Age advancements, it's somewhere else entirely. And it's not just metalworking. Their understanding of astronomy is equally baffling. The instruments they created, the precision, the accuracy, the sheer ingenuity, it's mind-blowing. They knew about eclipses, they understood planetary movements, they possessed a level of astronomical knowledge that's typically associated with much later civilizations. Where did they acquire that knowledge? Was it a sudden revelation, a flash of insight? Or did they inherit it, learn it from somewhere else? Let's consider writing. We've always thought that writing evolved gradually, starting with simple pictographs, then evolving into more complex systems of symbols and alphabets. But this city's script, it's utterly unique. Completely unlike anything ever seen before. It's not a primitive attempt at communication, it's a sophisticated, fully developed system, suggesting a high level of literacy and intellectual achievement. And its emergence, in a civilization seemingly lacking other expected developmental markers, challenges everything we thought we knew about the origins of writing. Was it an independent invention, a spontaneous burst of creativity? Or was there a link, a connection, to another civilization, a source of knowledge that we haven't even begun to understand? And then there's agriculture. We typically associate the rise of civilizations with the development of agriculture, with the ability to produce surplus food and support larger populations. But this city, it seems to have mastered advanced technology and complex social structures before fully developing agriculture. It's as if they didn't need agriculture to become a sophisticated society. It suggests that the relationship between agriculture and civilization might be far more complex, far more nuanced, than we ever imagined. This isn't just about a few misplaced dates or a few forgotten artifacts. This is about the very foundations of our understanding of human progress. This hidden city, with its unbelievably advanced technology, forces us to reconsider the origins of everything we thought we knew. The linear progression we've always assumed. It's looking increasingly like a very messy, very tangled, and very incomplete story. This discovery isn't just challenging our understanding of technology, astronomy, and writing, it's challenging our entire model of societal development. It's forcing us to confront the limitations of our current frameworks, to question our assumptions, and to embrace the possibility that the story of humanity is far more complex, far more unexpected, and far more fascinating than we ever imagined. The origins of civilization, they might not be where we thought they were. And that, my friends, is just the beginning. Ever wondered how ideas spread? Not just whispers on the wind, but entire cultures, technologies, whole ways of life. We've always pictured these things moving slowly, like a ripple in a pond, spreading outwards from a central point. But what if that picture is completely wrong? What if the ripple was a tsunami, and we only saw the faintest tremor on the shore? This hidden city, this lost civilization, it's rewriting the map of human migration. Forget the slow, gradual spread of cultures we learned in school. This discovery suggests a level of interconnectedness, a speed of cultural exchange, that we never even considered possible. Think of it, a civilization with technology far beyond its supposed time period, a unique writing system, a level of artistic and engineering skill that's simply breathtaking. Where did they learn that? We've always assumed cultural exchange happened slowly, through trade, through conquest, through gradual interaction between neighboring groups. But this city suggests a different scenario entirely. Imagine a world where information and technology could be transferred far more quickly, far more efficiently than we ever thought possible. Maybe not through snail mail or slow caravans, but through something far more advanced. Let's look at the script. This isn't just a local dialect, it's a fully developed writing system, unlike anything else ever found. This means it wasn't simply invented in isolation. It implies contact, interaction, the exchange of ideas and knowledge with other, possibly even more advanced, civilizations. Where did this script originate? What other languages influenced it? What stories does it tell us about the connections between different societies, cultures, and even continents? The answers hold the key to understanding a far more dynamic and interconnected ancient world. And consider the technology. The level of metallurgical skill displayed in the artifact is astonishing. The precision, the purity of the alloys, the intricacy of the designs, it's beyond anything we'd expect for that time period. This suggests not just mastery of advanced techniques, but the exchange of knowledge and expertise. Were they learning from others? Were they teaching others? This is not a simple case of independent invention, this is a network, a global exchange of ideas and techniques, operating on a scale we never imagined. Think about the implications for migration patterns. We've always assumed migration was a slow, incremental process, with groups moving gradually over generations. But what if this city represents a wave of migration, a rapid movement of people and ideas across vast distances? A migration that left no trace, except for this single, astonishing city, hidden beneath the earth for millennia. What were the routes? What were the motivations? What other settlements might exist, echoing this lost civilization? The possibility of rapid, widespread cultural exchange throws everything we know about human history into question. We've always assumed that the development of civilizations was a largely isolated process, with each culture evolving independently, influenced only by its immediate neighbors. But this discovery challenges that assumption completely. It suggests a world far more interconnected, far more dynamic, than we ever imagined. This wasn't a simple exchange of goods or ideas, this was a transfer of knowledge, of technology, of entire cultural systems. A level of interconnectedness that challenges our fundamental understanding of how societies evolved, how cultures interacted, and how the human story unfolded. It forces us to reconsider the very nature of civilization itself. We are looking at a global network, a web of connections between seemingly disparate cultures, exchanging information and technology on a scale we never thought possible. The implications are staggering. Our current models of cultural exchange and migration are simply inadequate. They need a complete overhaul. This discovery is not just a new chapter in history, it's a new map. A map of connections, of interactions, of a global human story far richer, far more intricate, and far more exciting than we ever dared to imagine. The puzzle is far from complete, but one thing is certain, the picture is far more complex than we ever thought. So, we've got this mind-blowing discovery, right? A lost city, advanced technology, a completely alien writing system, and it's all older than we ever imagined. But here's the thing, we've barely scratched the surface. We are talking about a mountain of mysteries, a treasure trove of unanswered questions, and the best part. The hunt is on. Think about it, thousands of metal plates, covered in intricate symbols, a language nobody understands. We are talking about a library of knowledge, buried for millennia, waiting to be unlocked. And who's doing the unlocking? A team of absolute rock stars. The best minds in archaeology, linguistics, metallurgy, astronomy, you name it. They're all there, hunched over microscopes, poring over ancient texts, running complex computer models, tirelessly piecing together the fragments of a lost civilization. It's not just about translating the script. Oh no, it's far more complex than that. They're using every tool imaginable. High-resolution imaging to reveal details invisible to the naked eye. Spectral analysis to determine the precise composition of those strange alloys. Sophisticated computer algorithms to identify patterns and relationships within the seemingly chaotic script. They're even using AI, artificial intelligence, to help decipher the language, searching for underlying grammatical structures, identifying recurring motifs, and trying to build a dictionary from scratch. It's a Herculean task. Imagine the sheer scale of the project. We're not talking about a few researchers in a dusty basement. This is a global effort, a collaborative network of scientists and scholars from around the world, sharing data, exchanging ideas, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. They're working around the clock, sharing their findings, debating their theories, constantly refining their methods. It's a race against time, a quest for knowledge that's both thrilling and incredibly demanding. And it's not just about deciphering the script. They are also studying the city itself. The architecture, the engineering, the layout, everything is pointing towards a level of sophistication far beyond what we expected. They are trying to understand how this city was built, how it functioned, how its inhabitants lived. They are analyzing the remains of buildings, excavating the foundations, studying the intricate drainage systems, trying to reconstruct the daily lives of this lost civilization. They are looking for clues everywhere, scrutinizing every detail, trying to understand how this astonishing society functioned. The metallurgical analysis is particularly fascinating. They are still trying to figure out exactly what those metal plates are made of. The alloys are unlike anything ever encountered before, containing rare earth elements in proportions that defy explanation. They are analyzing the manufacturing processes, trying to understand how these incredibly precise objects were created. Were they cast, forged, or something else entirely? The answers could revolutionize our understanding of ancient metallurgy, potentially unlocking entirely new techniques and technologies. The astronomical instruments are equally intriguing. They are incredibly sophisticated, far more advanced than anything we would expect for that time period. The researchers are trying to understand how these instruments were used, what astronomical phenomena they were designed to observe, and what knowledge they reveal about the inhabitant understanding of the cosmos. This isn't just about creating calendars, this is about their understanding of the universe, their place within it, and their potential interactions with it. And let's not forget the illustrations on those plates. They depict beings and objects that defy our understanding of biology and physics. Are they symbolic representations, or are they accurate depictions of something real? Are they hinting at technologies far beyond our own capabilities? Or are they something else entirely, something we can't even begin to comprehend? The team is working with experts in various fields, biologists, physicists, even theologians, trying to make sense of these enigmatic images. This isn't just a puzzle, it's a jigsaw puzzle with millions of pieces, many of which are missing, and many of which are completely unlike anything we've ever seen. But the team is undeterred. They're working tirelessly, meticulously, driven by a thirst for knowledge, a desire to understand the past, and a determination to unlock the secrets of this lost civilization. They are pushing the boundaries of scientific inquiry, developing new techniques, and employing cutting-edge technologies to uncover the truth. And every new discovery, every breakthrough, brings us closer to understanding this incredible, lost world. It's a race against time, a journey into the unknown, and the stakes are higher than ever. The future of our understanding of history depends on it. And the story is far from over. Whoa. Let that sink in for a second. A lost city. Advanced technology. A completely unknown language. And it's all older than we ever thought possible. Staggering, right? But it's not just about the city itself. It's about what this discovery means for everything we think we know about the human story. We are talking about a complete paradigm shift, a rewriting of history on a scale we can barely comprehend. Think about the textbooks you used in school. Those neat, linear timelines, those carefully crafted narratives of progress and development, they are all based on assumptions, on interpretations, on fragments of evidence pieced together over centuries. And now, one discovery, one hidden city, is throwing the whole thing into question. We're not just talking about correcting a few dates or adding a few footnotes. We are talking about a fundamental revaluation of everything we thought we knew about human history. For centuries, we've organized our understanding of the past into neat little boxes. The Stone Age, the Bronze Age, the Iron Age. Each with its own set of technologies, its own social structures, its own way of life. We've created this comforting narrative of gradual progress, a steady climb up the ladder of civilization. But this discovery, it's like finding a fully functioning spaceship in the middle of the Jurassic period. It completely shatters that neat, orderly progression. It suggests that the ladder we've constructed might not even be a ladder at all. Maybe it's a jungle gym, with unexpected leaps and bounds, unexpected shortcuts, unexpected detours and dead ends. It challenges the very idea of a single, linear path to civilization. We've always assumed that technological advancement drove societal progress, that a certain sequence of inventions and discoveries were necessary for the development of complex societies. But this city suggests that's not necessarily true. It seems to have skipped several steps, leaped over stages of development that we considered essential. It suggests that there might be multiple pathways to civilization, multiple models of progress, that we haven't even begun to imagine. Think about our understanding of cultural exchange. We've always assumed a slow, gradual spread of ideas and technologies, with cultures interacting and influencing one another over long periods of time. But this city suggests a far more dynamic, far more interconnected world. A world where knowledge and technology could be transferred rapidly, across vast distances, potentially via channels we haven't even considered. It's possible that this city represents a missing link in a much larger, much more complex network of ancient civilizations, a global exchange of ideas and technologies that completely rewrites our understanding of human interconnectedness. Consider the implications for our understanding of human potential. This city, with its advanced technology and sophisticated social structures, suggests that human beings are capable of far more than we ever imagined. That we might have achieved levels of technological and societal advancement long before we thought it was possible. It challenges our preconceived notions of human limitations, of what we are capable of achieving, of the speed at which we can innovate and progress. This isn't just about rewriting a few chapters in a history book. It's about rewriting the entire book. It's about questioning the fundamental assumptions upon which our understanding of human history is based. It's about challenging our preconceived notions, our biases, our limitations. It's about embracing the possibility that the human story is far more complex, far more nuanced, far more surprising, and far more exciting than we ever imagined. The implications are staggering, not just for our understanding of the past, but for our understanding of the present and the future. If we were capable of achieving such levels of technological and societal advancement thousands of years ago, what are we capable of achieving today? What might we achieve tomorrow? What limits are we imposing on ourselves that are, in fact, completely arbitrary? This isn't just a discovery, it's a revelation. It's a wake-up call, a reminder that our understanding of the past is constantly evolving, that our knowledge is incomplete, and that there are still countless mysteries waiting to be uncovered. And the most exciting part is that we are only just beginning to scratch the surface. The implications for our understanding of human history, they are truly, profoundly, and utterly staggering. And this is only the beginning. Ever felt that unshakable certainty about something, only to have it completely overturned? That's the feeling gripping the academic world right now. This isn't about a minor historical correction, it's a demolition of long-held beliefs, a seismic shift in our understanding of the past. This discovery isn't just rewriting history, it's redrawing the map. For centuries, we've operated under certain assumptions. We've built our understanding of human civilization on a foundation of presumed facts, a timeline meticulously pieced together from fragments of evidence, interpretations, and, let's be honest, a fair amount of educated guesswork. We've told ourselves a story, a narrative of gradual progress, of linear development, of societies evolving in predictable ways. We've accepted this narrative not just as a possibility, but as an almost sacred truth. But what if that narrative is completely wrong? This isn't about a single, isolated event. This isn't about a forgotten battle or a misplaced date. We're talking about core tenets, foundational beliefs about how humanity developed, how societies formed, how technology advanced. We believed in a specific sequence of events, a particular order of progress. Agriculture first, then villages, then cities, then empires. A neatly packaged progression. But this discovery throws that entire sequence into chaos. It's like finding a fully functioning smartphone buried alongside dinosaur bones. It simply doesn't fit the established paradigm. Think about the implications for our understanding of technology. We've always assumed a gradual, linear progression, with each invention building upon the last. But this lost city suggests a different model entirely, a pattern of leaps and bounds, of sudden breakthroughs, of technological advancements that seemingly appear out of nowhere. It suggests that our understanding of technological development is incomplete, that we might have missed entire branches of human ingenuity, entire eras of innovation that somehow vanished from the historical record. It raises the question, what other revolutionary technologies did ancient civilizations develop that we haven't even considered? What innovations were lost to time, swallowed by the sands of history? The same holds true for societal structures. We've built our models on assumptions about the relationship between population density, agricultural output, and the emergence of complex societies. But this city defies those assumptions. It presents a level of social organization and complexity that far surpasses what we'd expect for its presumed age. It suggests that the relationship between population size, technology, and societal development might be far more complex, far more nuanced, than our current models suggest. It opens up a whole new field of inquiry into alternative models of societal formation and evolution. Did these societies develop differently than our own? What can we learn from their methods of governance, their social structures, their method of conflict resolution? What can they teach us about creating more sustainable, more equitable societies? And let's not forget the language. This entirely unique script presents a linguistic puzzle of epic proportions. Deciphering it will not only unlock the secrets of this lost civilization, but it could also shed light on the broader history of language development, potentially revealing connections between seemingly disparate language families, uncovering hidden linguistic lineages, and even challenging our understanding of the origins of language itself. The implications for linguistics alone are staggering. What does this new language tell us about the way these people thought, the way they perceived the world, the way they expressed themselves? What can it reveal about the evolution of human cognition? This discovery isn't just about the past, it's about the future of research. It opens up a multitude of exciting new avenues of inquiry. We are talking about new fields of study, new research methodologies, new ways of thinking about the human story. It's a call to arms for researchers across multiple disciplines: archaeologists, historians, linguists, anthropologists, physicists, mathematicians, and many more. The sheer scale of this discovery demands a collaborative, multidisciplinary approach. It requires us to break down the traditional silos of academic research, to share data, to exchange ideas, and to work together to unravel the mysteries of this lost civilization. This is not just a challenge to our long-held beliefs, it's an invitation to reimagine the past. It's a chance to reconsider the foundations of our understanding, to develop new models, to explore new hypotheses. It's a call to adventure, a journey into the unknown, a thrilling exploration of the human story. The implications are vast, the potential discoveries endless, and the future of historical research fundamentally altered. This isn't the end of a chapter, it's the beginning of a whole new book. Okay, so we've blown the lid off history, haven't we? We've unearthed a civilization that rewrites the rules, challenges everything we thought we knew. A city hidden for millennia, bursting with technology and secrets that defy explanation. But here's the real kicker: what does all this actually mean? What does it really change? Because let's be honest, it's easy to get swept away by the sheer spectacle of it all. The gleaming metal, the baffling script, the mind-boggling engineering. It's all incredibly cool, undeniably exciting. But the real question, the one that should keep you up at night, is this: how does this discovery reshape our understanding of the past? What does it say about us, about our history, about the way we tell our own stories? We've built our understanding of the past on a foundation of assumptions. We've pieced together fragments of evidence, filled in the gaps with educated guesses, and crafted a narrative that, until now, seemed relatively coherent. We've created these neat, linear timelines, these chronological progressions, these satisfyingly orderly stories of human development. But this discovery, it's like finding a perfectly preserved spaceship buried in a dinosaur graveyard. It throws the whole thing into disarray. It challenges the very idea of a single, linear path to civilization. We've always assumed a certain progression: hunter-gatherers, agriculture, villages, cities, empires. But this lost city suggests a completely different model. A model where advanced technology emerges seemingly out of nowhere, where complex societies develop at an astonishing speed, where cultural exchange happens on a scale we never imagined. It suggests that our understanding of the past might be fundamentally flawed, that we've missed crucial pieces of the puzzle, entire chapters of the human story. What if this isn't an isolated incident? What if there are other lost civilizations out there, equally advanced, equally mysterious, waiting to be discovered? What if the history we've been taught is merely a fraction of the true story? What if our understanding of human potential, of human ingenuity, is drastically underestimated? This discovery isn't just a footnote, it's a paradigm shift. It's a complete reevaluation of everything we thought we knew. Think about the implications for our understanding of cultural exchange. We've always assumed a slow, gradual spread of ideas and technologies. But what if this city represents a wave of migration, a rapid transfer of knowledge across vast distances? What if these advanced technologies and this unique script weren't simply invented in isolation, but rather inherited, adapted, or even gifted from another, even more advanced civilization? It opens up a whole new world of possibilities. And what about the implications for our own sense of self? We define ourselves by our history, by the stories we tell ourselves about who we are and where we come from. But what if those stories are incomplete, even fundamentally inaccurate? What if this discovery forces us to confront the limitations of our own narratives, to question our assumptions, to reevaluate our place in the grand scheme of things? This isn't just about rewriting history, it's about reimagining it. It's about embracing the unknown, accepting the possibility that our understanding of the past is far more incomplete than we ever imagined. It's about acknowledging that the human story is far more complex, far more nuanced, far more fascinating than any textbook could ever capture. So, I'm asking you, what do you think? What does this incredible discovery mean for our understanding of the past? Does it fundamentally alter our timeline? Does it reshape our understanding of technological and societal progress? Does it force us to reconsider our place in the grand sweep of human history? Does it even change our perspective on the possibilities of the future? This isn't just a question for historians and archaeologists. This is a question for all of us. This is a question about our past, our present, and our future. Let's discuss it. Share your thoughts, your theories, your wild speculations in the comments below. Let's unravel this mystery together. Let's rewrite the narrative, one comment at a time. Because the truth, as always, is out there. And we are only just beginning to find it. Let the conversation begin. The implications are vast. The possibilities are endless. Let's explore them together. What are your thoughts? What do you think this discovery means? What questions does it raise? How does it change what you thought you knew? Don't hold back. Tell us what's on your mind. The future of our understanding of history is in our hands. Let's shape it together.